Alright, I'm going to start by taking off the front cover. Just kind of got to separate it from this part right here. There's clips that hold it in. Can kind of be a pain in the butt, but yeah, let me do that off camera. Alright, I got it out. Just push down and it'll come out. That really isn't too bad. As you can see, this thing is actually pretty clean, but I'm sure there's some dust on the coils, so I want to clean it anyway. This grill right here does not come off. It is not removable at all, but there are some screws. And there's some down there. And we got some up here. Got some screws in there though. I got the control panel plate off, just pull the knobs off, and it comes right off. Alright, now I'm going to start loosening up some screws. And yeah, these have to come out, I guess, to get access to all of these that are up here. There's multiple screws up here. Alright, I got all the screws off for the front cover, ones down there, and the ones that were way back in there. Had to use a really long screwdriver to get to those. So this should come off now. And it is. Something's getting stuck here. What is that? And let me figure out what's going on here. Alright, I got it off. I don't know what was sticking on it, but it is now completely off. There's our coil, evaporator coil, and that really is pretty clean. Yep. Pretty clean. That's good. Alright, the 4 screws on the top have been removed, and the back is now loose, so this should just come off. Looks like we have screws on the bottom as well that have to come out. And then there's one in the middle, and then the ones on that side. Alright, there's the inside of the outer cover. It's not too bad in there, considering the age of this thing, but it definitely is a little dirtier in here. And there's our fan motor, compressor. Compressor looks, I think, the same as the one in that GE Slumberline that I have from the 70s. And inside of the condenser coil is a little dirtier compared to the evaporator, but we'll get this all taken care of. Alright, now it's time to rinse the GE Carry Cool out. And I also found this stuff. This is coil cleaner, Arm & Hammer. And this is the stuff you spray on the coil and it foams and it cleans the coil off, and then you just rinse it. So I'm going to be using this. And you can see there's some like dirt and crap in the bottom. I'm going to spray that out. Got a hose down here in the basement. I would be doing this outside, but it's too cold right now, and I just want to get this done. The evaporator chamber is pretty clean. There's really not much dust in there, anything in the bottom, but I'm going to clean it anyway. So let's get started here. I'm going to start spraying I think I'm actually going to spray the bottom of out on the outside part first, and then I'll use the coil cleaner. Or maybe I'll just do the coil cleaner and then let it foam and spray the bottom out while it's foaming. Alright, I got the bottom cleaned out. Not much really left in there. Looks a little dirty in the corner right there, but I sprayed that out real good. And that's pretty clean up there, so I'm going to start spraying the coil cleaner in. Alright, here we go. And it's coming out around the cap too. Great. But yeah, you just spray this in there on the inside and outside and let it foam up. Okay, well the condenser is all foamed up. Looks like a cloud. I think I used a little bit too much. And I sprayed it on the inside and outside, and there's some dirt being released, as you can see. So, I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to do the evaporator now. It's been sitting for a while. The foaminess is starting to dissipate, so I'm going to rinse it off. And it's important to rinse these spine fin coils gently so you don't bend them. Alright, I'm all done cleaning it, letting it dry now. I got a ton of dirt out of the condenser coil. Like I sprayed it several times with the foam and rinsed it again and again. And I just kept getting dirt coming out of it, so that's a good thing. Still little specks of like dust and debris and shit on there, but most of it is clean. So yeah, it's pretty clean. We should get better airflow now. I mean, this wasn't really that dirty to begin with, but I was kind of surprised how much I got out of that coil. Didn't really get too much out of the evaporator though, which is good. So I'm going to drop some oil in that oil port on the motor and then start putting this back together. This thing is real nice and clean now. Alright, it's all put back together. Start it up. Doesn't really sound any different, but it's nice to know that it's clean now. And that's on low speed.